I like to use English words sometimes, even though I know that they are game words as well. Oh, and the Warp Fire, again, going off on the north by that Chaos Sorcerer, knocking down a few more models from that Catachin Devil squad there. And the Lord General here just getting barraged by grenades. So this double Chaos Heretic squad early game seems to be pretty good. But, oh, it looks like we have on the field right now, coming out of BC's base, is the Ogryn squad. So these Ogrins, big, beefy guys. We'll have to see if they're going to get involved in any sort of close combat. I really enjoy this model. They're kind of moving on out right now. And you can see that it looks like the Chaos Heretics now are just backing off, putting a little bit of light pressure on that power, but haven't got the Moonwalking Sentinel. Oh, do we have a Moonwalking Stomp? Yes, we do! The Michael Jackson of Imperial Guard vehicles now taking control of the center of the map, doing some really good damage there. That's probably the classiest way to stomp an entire retreating army, is by moonwalking into it. If you did a little spin at the end, I think that would be even better. So Chaos Sorcerer, the Rod of Warfire is nice because it gives him this nice little long-range kind of regular attack, like a Zot that he does. But you can see these big beefy Ogryn are now just kind of hanging out in the center. So looks like the Chaos Space Marines are now back on in there. They have been upgraded. They have their 4th model out as well as having the Mark of Zeech, Senzeech. I forget how you pronounce that exactly, but it does upgrade their bolters, and they do extreme damage to vehicles. And as you just saw, they wrecked that Sentinel just kind of in no time flat there. It looks like the Ogrins are now moving in. They've been upgraded to have 4 squads, 4 members in their squad as well. It looks like they are using their heads and just kind of charging on in, doing a lot of damage. And we have the creeping barrage now on the field. That's what those like little smoke flares are. You can see them advancing across. Looked like it just barely missed the entire Chaos army though. So the Ogrins are charging in. Oh, and the Ogrins take out. It looks like the Chaos Sorcerer is going down right now. Ogrins doing their job. I really enjoy those guys. Big fat guys. Gonna have to move on out right now. And not even, just kind of retreating away. Not too bad, but the Catchin' Devil's holding on. So let's take a look at the victory points. Once again, it is 2-1. What with BC, the Imperial Guard player, the red player, having both of the victory points on the lower hand side of the map, whereas it looks like Caeltos, our Chaos player, has got the northern victory point. So Lord General right now has been upgraded to have grenade launchers. He's having a grenade fight right now with all of these. Wow! Wow, and he just killed 5 models right there with his own little grenade barrage. Not too bad at all. Trying to show once and for all that his grenade launchers are a little bit better. Catchin' Devils wrecking the remains of that squad, although they just got knocked over as well, taking a little bit of damage right there. And you can see just burning a little bit here. And here we have it. Oh, I always confuse the name of this. I always want to call it Warp Fire. Is this Dark? Dark Flames, I think, is what that ability is called. So many abilities in this game, but you can see it was a nice line of fire effect that set all of these guys. It's a commander ability that you can use for a little bit of your red resource there. So Chaos Space Marines moving on out. Ogryn squad, Guardsman squad, and Catchin' Devils out in the field right now. And he is building a Manticore. So we are going to see the Manticore, which is equipped with 4 rockets. It's a kind of a long-range artillery support vehicle. Big old tank. We'll see that on the field pretty soon right now. I'm going to check out these Chaos Havocs right now, who are up towards the north. They are actually just retreating right now, but they were applying a little bit of suppressing fire to those Guardsmen. Again, these Chaos Heretics are really, really staying for the long game right now, using all of that. And, oh, God, here comes the Bonehead Ogryn squad just kind of charging in. Nope, never mind. I thought they were going to slam on in a little bit further. But it looks like these Chaos Heretics have just kind of started worshiping, kind of to hide their positions a little bit. Always nice to use those little, infiltrate abilities whenever you can. Guardsmen for the time being pulling out. It is still 2-1 though. It looks like the Chaos Sorcerer has captured the southern victory point, but the top 2 points are still under control by BC. So BC doing a lot better this time around, is really in a dominating position right now. So you can see these Chaos Heretics just kind of, playing a little bit of footsie. They don't really want to directly engage, but they do want to shower the area with grenades here in the middle. And Tier 3 going for Caeltos, so we're going to have to see what's up with that. I'm going to check out this Manticore right now, which is just firing at the northern victory point. Just got wrecked with the Manticore barrage. I did quite a bit of damage to those Chaos Space Marines, but not too much. And just south of that, you can see that it looks like the Ogryn squad and the Lord General are being forced to retreat as I speak. Pretty much these Chaos Heretics are doing a good job at keeping their distance, but still doing some damage to models. So 2 victory points right now to Caeltos, and 1 victory point for BC. Caeltos is behind a little bit at 253 points, but his opponent BC, who I will just remind you if you're tuning into the stream, BC is a Relic employee. He is their internal balance tester, and so he is pitting his best against the community right now. So it looks like this Manticore is just kind of in a nice little position. Pretty much on a map like this, you never see it advance much further than this. It can pretty much provide suppressing, rocket fire whenever it needs to. Looks like Caeltos is trying his best. Oh, and here we go. Once again, having that awesome little barrage coming out of these Cashin Devils. They're moving in right now, taking quite a bit of damage from the grenade barrage out of all of these Chaos Heretics. And just to the left of that, you can see that the Ogrins are moving in, just bashing the heck out of this Chaos Sorcerer. Chaos Sorcerer definitely beating a hasty retreat right now. And you can see the Ogrins just, the thing I love about the Ogrins is that they have these humongous machine guns and they do great range damage, but when they move into close combat, all they do is they beat people senseless with their rifles. They don't even necessarily have anything more than that. You can see sometimes they have bayonets and whatnot to help them out, but they just kind of slam people around with their rifles, so pretty good there. Meanwhile, a little bit of Chaos Space Marine action here. Again, these guys have been upgraded with the Mark of Siege. I never know how to pronounce that because I almost always read it, but basically it gives them Inferno Bolts. And those guys, by the way, just moved out of the way. The explosions just to the right of that Chaos Space Marine squad were the shots coming out of that Manticore all the way up there. So firing all the way across the map, doing some pretty good damage here. Anyhow, these Inferno Bolters basically they do really good damage against heavy armor. So good against heavy troops and, you know, a little bit against vehicles and whatnot. So you can see the terrain. I'm still looking at this southern victory point. The terrain causing some problems, trying to get some grenade volleys to go over that mountain, but just kind of bumping into the mountain there with that. And really, really big squad of guardsmen out right now. And these guardsmen have been upgraded to have a commissar. Oh, and there we go. Once again, that warp fire ability. Wow, coming out of the Chaos Sorcerer. Just absolutely wrecking that guardsman squad. Guardsman squad has been upgraded to have a commissar, which is kind of hilarious. So does the Lord General. I don't mean it's hilarious that it's a bad move. What I really like about the Commissar is that he has an ability where if the squad is retreating, you can retreat the squad. He can execute one member of the squad, and it'll stop retreating. So at the cost of one unit, you can stop retreating whenever you want. And check out just to the right of the center of the screen, we can see a cloaked Chaos Predator on the battlefield right now. It looks like the Chaos Heretics were worshiping to kind of keep that thing secret as long as possible. And this is just a beautiful looking model. I love the graphics of the Chaos units. And you can see it just backing into the worshiping circle right now, and it's completely invisible. So there, of course, is the benefit of this squad. Look at that. Both Chaos Heretic squads worshiping, cloaking each other and cloaking the forward advancement of this tank. That is really, really awesome. So we're going to have to see what these guys are going to have to say about that. But this invisible Chaos Predator right now, you can see being really sneaky. He's cloaking one squad, moving up with the other squad, then cloaking it still. So he wants to keep this Chaos Predator as much of a surprise as he can. And we'll have to see if BC even knows that that's out there for the time being. It looks like he might not. Oh, there we have the Dark Flames once again going through, setting all these troops on fire. And there we have it, making his debut. The Chaos Predator is on the battlefield right now, and he has been upgraded to have a twin-linked last cannon for his main battle tank. So last cannons really, really effective against armor. Oh my god! Look at the damage that just did to the Manticore. This Manticore totally caught off guard, out of control, goes careening away. It's just driving wildly right now. As soon as it hits anything, it'll crash and blow up. Kaboom! The Manticore goes down, and this Chaos Predator just came out of thin air. A beautiful use of Chaos abilities just to kind of mask it a little bit there. And here we have a creeping barrage coming in once again. Looks like, boom! It was cast in that direction, doing quite a bit of damage here and moving across. Just trying to provide a little bit of suppression, but we've got Doom Bolts coming out right now from the Chaos Sorcerer. The Chaos Predator just wrecking this place right now, and we have a GG from BC. So once again, it looks like in this best-of-3 match, Caeltos has dominated Relic, and in front of all of his friends and peers and employers and potentially bosses, I think BC has lost this game. So nice try, Relic, but unfortunately the community has you beat this time. So that was fantastic. Oh, I'm